Okay, good day everyone. The topic that I'm going to discuss is the part or the continuation of the personal protective equipment that are usually used by the firefighters in order to accomplish their job or operation. Specifically, the topic that I'm going to discuss is the what we call self-contained breathing apparatus or the SCBA. But first, let me share to you the objectives of my topic. So first is to define the Scba or the self-contained apparatus means, to discuss the three main components of the device and differentiate the two kinds of Scba. So ang Scba is may dalawang uri, namely the closed circuit and the open circuit self-contained breathing apparatus that I will discuss later on. And last is to recognize its parts. So first, what is self-contained breathing apparatus means or ano ang halaga niya in terms of firefighting operations. So, ECBA is matatawag din sa pangalan na compressed air breathing apparatus or CEBA or simply the breathing apparatus or BA. And ang device nito is may kumpara natin sa Scba or stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus na usually ginagamit ng mga professional divers upang makahinga sila ng tubig. And in relation to the topic or to the self-contained breathing apparatus, so this device also provide the user with an additional supply of air for breathing protection. So binibigyan niya ng na additional supply of air ang user nito in terms pag may ginagawa silang operation or ski operation. So next is makita natin ang larawan ng self-contained breathing apparatus at kung ano ang itsura niya pag sinusuot. So sa first na image is it shows the parts of the self-contained breathing apparatus. So we can see here the face mask, cylinder, shoulder strap, the warning whistle, and pressure gauge, and so on. And now let's proceed to the three main components of self-contained breathing apparatus. So, ang una sa listahan ay ang high pressure tank or the cylinder in simple term. So, we all know that pag sinabing cylinder is nagayan siya, diba? So, it means na ang tank na ang pinupoint dito is siya yung lagayan ng compressed and filtered air or gas na nalanghap ng firefighters during the firefighting operations. At ang halimbawa ng kaya lang na i-hold ng tank is from 2,400 to 4,000 pound per square inch. And next component is what we call pressure regulator. And pag sinabi natin pressure regulator, so it simply regulate or control the pressure of the air na galing sa cylinder or tank. Take note na ang pressure regulator is may dalawa din siyang uri. So namely the demand type regulator and the positive pressure type regulator, which I will discuss later on. And the last component is the inhalation connection. So usually, na-attach or nakita natin siya sa upper part of the user. So also known as the face piece, the face piece or the full face mask na in which makita rito ang um, mouthpiece, mouth mask or face mask and at makita din natin sa nasa larawan na nakapaloob dito yung head harness strap, head harness net, face, face piece seal, face piece less and nose strap, and so on. And these are connected together to a carrying frame. So, we're discussing the three main components of self-contained breathing apparatus. Now, let's proceed to the two kinds of self-contained breathing apparatus. So based sa larawan na in-attach ko, makita natin na may kaibahan yung dalawa. So may kaibahan ang open circuit to the closed circuit. I-discuss pa natin yan furtherly. So first, what is closed circuit? Closed circuit. So based sa picture, makita natin na yung mga components or mga parts ng closed circuit is nakapaloob or nakasil sa isang lagayan. So makita natin na nasa loob ang oxygen cylinder ito nasa baba nasa loob ng isang case, which is ang case na to is parang siya ang bali protector ng mga instrument ay ang mga components na nasa loob upang ma-protectahan niya from any possible destruction. And according naman sa definition ng closed circuit contained apparatus, so according to the definition, the closed circuit type filters, supplements, and recirculates the exhaled gas. So it will operate. So it will operate by filtering and circulating the exhaled air or gas by the user and supplementing with the pure oxygen. So take note, pure oxygen and pure oxygen from a storage cylinder. So sa madaling salita, ang inhaled air na nagaling sa user is parang ni-recycle lang, ni-recycle upang magamit yung nilabas ng hangin is malanghap niya ulit. So parang ganun, may tatawag na recirculating or exhaled air from the user. And take note, pag sinabing closed circuit is no exhalations are made to the outer environment. Closed circuit, Scba is used when a longer duration supply of breathing gas is needed. So ang device na ito is magamit siya in a longer period of time by providing up to 4 hours of oxygen compare sa open circuit. Sa open circuit is provide na siya ng up to 1 hour lang compare sa closed circuit. So before the open circuit, Scbas were developed so itong para hindi kayo malito itong open circuit Scbas is siya, ito yung typical na ginagamit ng mga bumbero ngayon. Sabi dito, before the open circuit Scba were developed, most of the breathing sets were vibrators. So before pa siya na-develop is meron muna vibrators. So ito yung industrial breathing sets nila during that time. At ang vibrators is siya, katulad siya sa closed circuit. sa closed circuit. And then, but ang regulators lang is used for underwater and have the advantage of not releasing till bubbles, making more difficult to detect divers involved in operations. So, pabanang niya sa ano sa closed circuit is ano siya, underwater siya mga gamit. Pero the ano, pero yung proseso niya is same lang, which is which is also sinecirculate niya or recirculating may recirculating na nangyari inside the device, which is which is nag-resulta ito from not releasing filter bubbles, making the divers more difficult to detect. And in relation to closed circuit, so like what I said earlier, na there's no exhalation made made to the outer environment. So wala siyang walang pag sa closed circuit kasi walang hangin na nilalabas outside. So parang recycle lang. Same sa sinabi ko kanina, recycle lang yung yung nilalabas na hangin ng user. And next is the open circuit. So I know na nandito may knowledge na kayo based sa based sa shinare ko kanina. So like what I said, na ang open circuit is ito yung typical na ginagamit ng mga bombero ngayon during firefighting operation. So according to the definition, the open circuit industrial breathing sets are filled with filtered and compressed air. So take note, compressed air na ang ginagamit dito. So the same sa closed circuit na ginagamit yun, pure oxygen. So compressed air rather than pure oxygen. And then the open circuit has a full face mask regulator, air cylinder pressure gauge, and a harness with adjustable shoulder straps and waist belt. So pag bumalik tayo, makita natin itong mga parts na to. So itong mga parts na to, the face mask, cylinder, shoulder strap, pressure gauge, or the waist belt, and so on. And take note, the air cylinder usually comes in one of three standard sizes. So, like what I said, uh, ang open circuit is hindi siya maka last ng matagal kumpara sa closed circuit. Usually, around 30-45 to 1 hour lang ang kaya niyang i-last or kaya niya maibigay na compressed air sa user kumpara sa closed circuit kasi yung closed circuit is na siya na specialized device na siya for for longer period of time na na pwede siyang magamit ng user, especially sa mga sa mga rescue operation like the mine or tunnel rescue na which is time consuming for the rescuer. And at ito yung at ang fit na device na pwedeng gamitin doon is yung closed circuit kasi maka maka-provide siya ng up to 4 hours of oxygen. So after the two two kinds of of self-contained breathing apparatus. Now, let's proceed to its parts. So first is the face piece. So, like what I said earlier, na-attach siya sa mukha. From the word itself, face. So, sa mukha siya nilalagay. And, ano, forming a tight seal to the face and transmitting oxygen to the user. So, bali, nagpoprotektan siya sa mukha ng user pag may debris ba, yung mga toxic din, mga toxic substances na maaaring malanghap or kapamak ng user and, and transmit air. So, transmit air and oxygen to the user upang magkaroon siya ng maayos during the firefighting operation. Next is the regulator. So, also, like what I said earlier, so it simply control the pressure of the air coming from the cylinder. And now, we will discuss the two types of regulator. First is the demand type regulator. So, yung sabihin nito, convert it self-demand sa pag mag-demand ng user ng hangin. So, binibigyan niya kaagad yung hangin na hinihingi ng user. And inhale when properly sealed. And the next is the positive pressure type regulator. So, it's designed to prevent the what we call contamination in the compressed gas. So, para maiwasan na mapahamak yung user sa possible na contamination. Maaari niyang malanghap o maaari niyang ikamatay. And then now let's discuss other the parts of the regulator. First is the alarm. So the purpose of alarm is binibigyan ng kalaman kung ang user if meron bang malfunction na nangyari sa device. So the alarm composed of whistle and bell. So the first picture shows the bell and followed by the whistle. And this is the regulator gauge. And next is the high pressure hose. So so dito natin yung high pressure hose. So dito dumadaan yung high pressure gas na galing sa high pressure tank. And next is the bypass valve. So ang purpose ng bypass valve is siya very important. Kasi piniprevent niya yung possible na contamination. Piniprevent niya contamination na maaaring ma-inhale or ma-inhale ng user by simply closing the bypass valve. So, nagpa-function yung bypass valve pag inopen mo yung bypass valve. Pag inopen mo, makita natin ito, open the bypass valve to inhale. So, pag inopen mo siya is, that time is, you can inhale the compressed gas. And if you close it, you can exhale. So, pag may contamination sa compressed gas, dito sa nadumaan dito sa high pressure hose. So ma-prevent ng bypass valve na na malanghap na user by closing the valve. And last is the gauge or the regulator gauge. So bali itong regulator gauge is na siya for purpose of measurement na siya. So makita dito yung gaano na yung pressure measurement na pressure na binibigay ng gas. So next is the air cylinder. So, meron na kayong knowledge about sa air cylinder. Um, so, may dalawa siyang part, namely the pressure gauge and the control valve. So, the pressure gauge. So, ito yung pressure gauge. So, sa regulator gauge, ito rin yung indicator, bali indicator kung ilan na lang ang natirang na gas na meron ang air cylinder. And itong control valve naman is, bali siya rin yung opener and closer. Bali kung gustong gamitin ng user yung cylinder is i-on lang niya yung control valve and valve. Tapos na ang operation is i-close lang niya yung control valve. And the last is the backpack or the steam pack. So designed to hold the unit securely and comfortably on the user. So the main purpose ng backpack or steam pack is to hold the specifically the cylinder, ito cylinder, and also the other parts of the self-contained breathing apparatus. I think that's the end of my discussion. So I hope na may natunan sa akong dito and thank you for listening.